So I just wanted to make this video about the fact that I have Asperger's syndrome. I have had anxiety, social anxiety, for years, and I've been pretty much depressed for years, I'd say. And yeah, I'd like to start off with, like, when I think back to when I was a kid, when I was like 5, 6 years of age. I was just a kid that didn't even speak to any other kids. I pretty much just nodded at them, and I developed some communication within the next year or so, but I wasn't ever one of those kids that was just loud and spontaneous like that. I followed some of the other boys in those times. But I did make, like, one or two friends, and there's one main friend, and we just hung out all the time. He was my main friend, and yeah, we became best friends. And fast forward to high school, that was a whole another level. That's when I would say that my social anxiety really kicked in, because that was a difficult time for me. I was overweight when I started high school, and there's a whole thing about girls. You're becoming attracted to girls, and you have anxiety, and you just can't understand how to deal with your social anxiety, and you're struggling with your self-esteem because you're just depressed about your life. So, which I was very depressed. And now I'm 21 years old, and I lost weight, but I still have anxiety. It hasn't, I used to think that losing weight I'd become super confident in myself, and I would just be really, just outgoing and out and about. But you can lose all the weight and you'll still feel self-conscious about yourself, and you still have to work on that your social abilities, and work on that side of things, and your mental health, which my mental health is, it's up and down sometimes. And you can slip into negativity, and you can slip down if you don't do anything about it. If you want to be depressed, you'll get worse. But that's why it's so important to have some positivity in your life, and have a sense of hope for the future, like even just something, because if you don't have that, then you'll find yourself in a very dark place, and that is not a good place to be in. Because I've been there. I've been in these. It was only last year I was just feeling terrible, the worst I've ever felt in my life, and basically no friends. I still don't really have a actual best friend or anything. It's just sort of floating by at the moment. But I do have a sense that things can become better, and over time, but not really. I don't see them happening overnight, becoming better like that, but over time. Like, I am trying to get my driver's license, and that's going to happen next week. I got my driver's test, which I will be taking, and then I'll hopefully pass that first go. So yeah, and I think it's steps like that, taking a step to getting, like, my driver's license, and then that should help with if I go out on a date with a girl or something like that. It should help, I think. So yeah, and I have Asperger's, and that's had a impact on my life, obviously, but I'd say that I'm just this person that I'm really a keep to myself kind of person. I'm not someone that feels like I have to become friends with every single person, everyone. Like some people are like that. They can just they want to be friends with everyone, and they're open and they can be like that. But I'm sort of more closed off, and I feel like I'm one of those people that just maybe wants to have a handful of people in his life, like 2 or 3, maybe 4 good friends, and that would do me. Those people that I could just open up to, and then there's a lot of people that I find that I just don't really find. There's a lot of people I just don't find that interesting, or they don't. There's nothing. I don't feel anything towards them. It's and I think if I feel like that, so why I wouldn't make a good friend if I'm feeling that way. So there's no point pretty much reaching out to those people. But the people that I do find I have some interest in, that's where I might follow through. But I still have troubles in doing that because I got anxiety. But that's the next step I have to take, is sort of just getting over that hurdle and seeing if they want to become friends or whatever. Making it known that I have an interest in hanging out with them and doing things. But yeah, at the same time I still feel like I do enjoy my time to do things by myself, and I'm very much like one of those people that I don't feel I have to be out at social functions every weekend. Like I did the whole going out to nightclubs thing, and that didn't really feel like it was my scene. I'm more of a stay inside the house kind of guy, or I'd rather do other things than go to nightclubs. Like maybe go to a concert or something, or go for a drive out somewhere, go out on a trip, something like that. It doesn't have to always be nightclubs. Like I remember my old friends that I was hanging out with before, from my high school days. They wanted to go out to the nightclubs every weekend, and I just feel like, well, for one, I had pretty bad anxiety, so I'm getting really drunk, and it's just not helping me at all, and I end up being in the club not knowing where my friends were, and sometimes they leave me there, and I was just feeling like shit the whole night, and I'd blow hundreds of dollars, and you just feel bad because you're not, like, what's the point of it? So yeah, but anyway, that's where my life is right now, and I just want to talk about that because I have Asperger's syndrome. I deal with anxiety on a daily basis. It's has had an impact on my life for majority of my life, I would say. And I've also had obviously depressive symptoms that comes with anxiety. So, but I guess I'm gonna try and get better. We'll just I hope things can get better, and I think they gradually can, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, I just have to take the right steps forward.